Okay, Zatima fans. Now, I made this post last night because I was looking at some of the scenes from a couple of Sisters episodes and even Zatima season 2 to work on a short. But then I really thought about it and I'm like, it just hit me. In the post, I said Zach and Fatima would understand each other better if they had a talk about how their past trauma created their current insecurities. Now, this isn't a new revelation. A lot of fans have been saying the same thing for quite a while, that these two just need to sit down and talk like they used to. But I think it needs to be taken a step further by them unbagging, all of their, well, unpacking all their baggage to each other. Now, yes, they could definitely do this in a joint therapy session with the likes of Dr. Reed or whoever it is that they want to go see. But I think this would clear the air on a lot of things. And I'm going to just read the caption I made for my post and then talk, further from there. And I said, fans were really ticked off at Zach for how he went off on Fatima at the hospital in the season 2 mid-season finale of Zatima. And then also mention how it's funny how more people seem to be enraged about that compared to when Fatima went off on Zach in the gym during the early episodes of Sistas season 5. That's when I started to get flack from Fatima fans when I pointed out that she was acting like Karen, hence why Zach called her Karen. And I mentioned that, hey, this post is about kind of bridging the gap between the Fatima fanatics and the Zach supporters. Now, the reason Zach went off on Fatima at the hospital was due to his embarrassment regarding his mother's situation. Fatima lashed out at Zach at the gym due to her own insecurities about their relationship because of her bad experiences with Ian. Ironically enough, you had Zach who wanted Fatima to leave him alone in the hospital, and then in the gym, you had Fatima wanting Zach to let her go before she went off and tore the entire place apart. Now, regardless of how painful, obviously painful it will be for them to put everything out there, I think Fatima needs to tell Zach everything about her relationship with Ian, which includes her abortion. When you break it down, if you put these two in separate rooms to discuss what they both want from their relationship, I have no doubt that they want the same things. However, it's just a matter of their past issues rearing their ugly heads into the present that causes a lot of turbulence in their relationship. I want to take it a step further. Another reason these two are failing is the fact that they want to handle situations in the present the same way they used to in their past. Like, for example, Zach has money and whatnot now. You can't handle things the street way like you used to. Fatima, same way. Hence why they both got their behinds, locked up in Sisters and needed to get out, because they handle situations the way that they used to, ignoring the fact that they both have a partner who wants to be by their side to make it through everything. I mean, think about it. Zach and Fatima both got locked up because they wanted to handle things their way. I mean, to be fair, Fatima did what she did. I think at the time Zach was locked up, that was due to the child support. She thought Hayden was behind it. She handled it with that bat, and then she got arrested. Then, once she was arrested, Zach beat up Hayden for, taunting him about it. So these two just need to calm down and act level-headed. Now, old habits die hard, which is understandable, but to see these two in their relationship due to an inability to effectively communicate along with conquering their past trauma will be sad. And from there, we know Fatima told Dr. Reed how she doesn't need therapy because it's all Zach. It's all him. As soon as she stops telling herself that lie and telling that lie to other people, I think that's when she could finally open the door to the healing that she needs. Not just Zach. Once Zach gets his head out of his ass, he can sit down with Dr. Reed to address his issues as well with his family and whatnot, and his past relationships. Now, I'm rooting for these two. I really am. But as Dr. Reed said at the dinner table, if you aren't willing to put in the work, then you're not going to make it. It doesn't matter how many times you try to reconcile, it's going to fail. And I mentioned this in a post that kind of set people off. I said, if Zach and Fatima both aren't putting in work, it's going to be Zach and Karen all over again with the on and off again relationship. I see that. I see that. Like I said before, Fatima with her constant, I'm moving back into my apartment, I'm leaving. The only reason this is different from the Karen and Zach dynamic is that it's Zach's house. So she can't kick Zach out of the house. She's going to leave, which is the opposite of the apartment where Karen was constantly kicking Zach out. I want these two to make it. But if it's going to just be Fatima refusing to accept that she needs to change and get help, and if Zach is just going to continue going back to his old bad habits, these two don't need to be together. And I just want like Fatima to talk about the abortion and whatnot, because that will add more weight to why she feels a certain way about all this baby mama drama. And Fatima, she needs to talk instead of act. You know, oh, I need to teach Zach a lesson, so I want to get this guy to, you know, lie about me having a baby with him. Or I need to process this stuff. Processing is never a bad thing, because you want to avoid saying things out of anger, because once you say something, you can't take it back. Fatima's biggest issue with this is the fact that she totally neglects Zach's feelings whenever they have an argument. It's about what she feels. She needs to bark out what she's, you know, needs to say. Zach's feelings be damned. And then she'll just walk out. That's not how it works. And then I don't know where the hell this inability to apologize or admit when she is wrong came from, but that needs to stop too. And I hope you don't think I'm going easy on Zach as well, but the thing is, they both need to do the work. And in the back half of Zatima season 2, based off the episode synopsis, it looks like it's Zach who's trying, oh, I'm getting therapy, I'm trying to win Fatima back. But not, and I don't want to judge Fatima harshly because we have not seen the episodes yet. But the episodes could reveal more than the synopsis, which they do sometimes. But I'm hoping that she's willing to do some work as well, because if it's just Zach doing the work, and these two get back together, it's not going to work out. They're just going to break up again over something. Because if Zach fixes up his stuff, Fatima needs to learn, just because Zach decides to go to therapy and fixes the things wrong in his life, that's not going to eliminate her own insecurities. Once she realizes that and puts in the work that she needs to, then they'll be going somewhere. That's all I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you in the next one.